The Miami Dolphins have made two signings so far today. That is running back Alexander Mattison and linebacker KJ Britt. Let's talk about that. What is up, Fin fans? Two more signings added to the team, and we're going to talk about them. Now, how do I feel about them? I'll tell you in a second. But we're going to start here with the Dolphins signing former Raiders running back Alexander Mattison. Proven vet headed to South Beach to team up with Tua Tagovailoa and company. And then we also get this one, trading places. Former Buccaneers free agent linebacker KJ Britt is signing a one-year deal with the Dolphins, and former free agent linebacker Anthony Walker signing a one-year deal with Tampa. They're essentially replacing each other. Deal negotiated by Drew Rosenhaus and Robert Bailey. So essentially, it's not a trade. I noticed that some people were confused, saw this, and thought we traded Anthony Walker for KJ Britt. Neither one of them were on their roster. They were both free agents. This is not a trade. They're essentially saying they traded places. He came here, he went there. To me, these are depth pieces. To me, these signings are just depth. I think your starters right now are probably at linebacker Dotson and Brooks. Unless they get like Jahad Campbell or something in the draft. And I think your starting running backs obviously are Devon Achane and Jalen Wright. I think Alexander Mattison is going to be that power back that we need in short yardage situations, even though, and I know it's been filling my For You page and all that stuff on Twitter, and I will never call it X, he doesn't get a lot of yards per carry, but a lot of what I've seen, he's very good catching out of the backfield, and he does gain the yardage, like this play right here. Starting from the beginning. Little screen pass here. This is against us, too. Look how many missed tackles. So I think he'll fit in the system. I think he'll fit in the scheme. But again, these are depth pieces. And I also think that KJ Britt is going to be kind of like a Duke Riley role where he's kind of depth. But yeah, these two signings aren't anything crazy. Aren't anything like, woohoo. I can't believe we got them. And there are guys that I really want to get. And I do apologize for the sniffling. And if my voice sounds weird, my allergies are kicking my butt today. But there were some guys that, like, I think Tevin Jenkins is gone. He signed with a new team. Levi Onwuzurike, he signed back with the Lions. So those two guys that I wanted are gone. I was going to do a whole video probably tomorrow to looking at the best still available free agents after kind of week one of free agency. And already two guys are gone. Now, the Dolphins still could potentially add another running back to the core, and potentially add another linebacker to the core. They don't have much still. Miami Dolphins have 4 linebackers under contract: Jordan Brooks, Channing Tindall, Daquan Jackson, and KJ Britt. Obviously, they're going to have to add at least 2 to 3 more linebackers. And the same thing could be said for the defensive line when we really don't have anyone starter-wise except for Sealer. Running back, we'll probably add one more, and then we'll probably draft a few. We'll probably draft one in the actual draft, and then we'll probably bring in a bunch of undrafted free agents. But yeah, this signing's not bad. I'm not like, why would they do that? Especially because they're both 1-year deals. They're both nothing. And again, they could probably be released when the season starts, and you'll hear or see nothing about them. I'm trying to see if there's any other news. A lot of the free agents we signed are signing now. Like you have right here, James Daniels. I almost called him Daniel James because of Daniel Bryan, whose name is actually Brian Danielson. A lot of our free agents are currently signing with the team. And I will go over the first, I'll like grade the first week of free agency. I'll probably put that out Monday, kind of tell you guys my thought process on the first week. And, did we get better? Did we get worse? And I understand that there's a long way to go. There's still free agents out there, and they still have to draft. Like, there's still safeties out there, and Justin Simmons and Quandre Diggs that I really like. There's still corners out there, like Asante Samuel Jr. I would really like to add. There's still edge rushers that we can add in that rotation, like Azeez Ojulari, Zadarius Smith, and Matthew Judon I'd like to add. There's still guards out there like Daniel Brunskill and I think Greg Van Rotten is gone. I think he re-signed with someone, and Brandon Scherf. Like, there's still guards and people out there. I'm just sitting back and I'm like watching what the Dolphins are doing, and I just don't feel it feels like last year. And Cameron Wolf came out and said that they're going to be like last year, and I was like, I hope not. And it just really feels like last year, where God forbid one of our guys go down, and it's the NFL, so injuries happen, we're screwed. Like, it doesn't feel like they're getting a starter and then bringing in depth. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the tackle that we brought in that could potentially be shifted, Borum, I think his name is, can be shifted to the inside. It doesn't move the needle for me, you know? And there are guys out there, you know, Mekhi Becton or Hernandez. Like, they can add these types of guys, and they'll be pretty much a plug-in good situation, and then you can draft a guard in the second, third round, or first round. You know, I don't think they will, because that's not Chris Greer's MO, but we'll talk about that later. So we'll see how this all pans out. But like I said, I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow or Monday, kind of looking at the whole first week of free agency and how they did, and kind of give you my grades and my thoughts on everyone. So far, C+. It just doesn't move the needle for me. There are some signings that I really like the Westbrook, the receiver, Davis, the safety, and James Daniels. Those are my 3 favorite signings so far. Outside of that, it's just a bunch of, all right, they're fine. You know, they're depth. I see it as depth, special teamers. You know, that's how I see them. Those 3 guys I named, I see them as starters. I see Westbrook being the number 3 receiver. I see Ashton Davis being the starting safety, and I see James Daniels being the starting right guard. Outside of that, I don't see really much. But comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the signings of Britt and Mattison. Are you in the same boat as me that it's just depth, so it's nothing really crazy? Also, let me know what you think so far. Are you in the same boat as me, where it's like, all right, I'll give them this week, but it hasn't really moved the needle? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you tomorrow or later today. Again, if more news happens, the Dolphins tend to do moves and all that after 6 o'clock. So we will see. But like usual, stay classy. Events up.